Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 4 of STSF1, and we're here today for round 16 of the season, the Mexican Grand Prix, and here we are on the best qualifying lap then right near the end of the session, and yeah, here then, probably one of my least favourite tracks to be honest. Just never really sort of like got on well with this track to be honest. I've never, I did actually get one win here once in Apollo League, which was actually thanks to other people having corner cutting penalties, but yeah, other than that, it hasn't really been like one of my best tracks, and I never tend to really go too well around here. It's just one of those tracks that, you know, I've never really had a good feel for, and even on this game where like a lot more tracks have been enjoyable for me, like China and Spain for example, like this one just seems to like stay how it always was really for me. Like, well, there's only really two other games to base that off of, but yeah, I think maybe just because it's sort of like a newer track, I haven't really ever driven it as much as the others, so I don't know if that's really part of it, but I feel like it just doesn't have as much of like a flow as some other tracks. And anyway, we'll see how we can do then, because there aren't as many people here, so there's still some good chances to get some good points here then, as there have been the last few races. Obviously good points, well, very good 4th place actually last time out in Austin. As we go 7th then in this one, no Melly unfortunately. He was having some problems with his pedals I think in this one, but the flying film took pollen from Alonso and Danny there, and yeah, it's just us in for Haas this week, and we'll see how we can do, as it is going to be a wet start, so yeah, that's just probably made things even worse for us really, as we'll see how we can do them. We are going to still overfuel it though, because I do feel that having that like rich mix down the pit straight can be very helpful here. So we'll see what we can do then in this one. It's going to go to dries later on, so yeah, that could work out for us, but yeah, we've got lots coming on now then. Away we go, and it is a pretty good start I would say from us there, as Alonso gets a very slow getaway there. I don't know what happened to him, because yeah, you don't really tend to see lag starts in this game, I've noticed, but yeah, but suddenly up to 6th then, well we were for a second, but it looks like Cyril Hamilton may get us into turn 1 here, as we stay on the outside line, then we should have the inside line for turn 2. It's all getting very bunched up here, then we bang wheels with Hamilton there, and we do find ourselves on the outside for turn 3 there, so yeah, we sort of stayed where we were really. We've been overtaken by Hamilton, but we've overtaken Alonso. It has been a very good start from Hamilton actually, as we head down to turn 4 now then, and it's all getting pretty bunched up in front of us actually, as yellow flags are out. I don't know what that was for, but it is still very close here, and Finn's gone AI for some reason, and now he has left the session, and yeah, Surprise has gone into the wall, nearly taken us with him. Alonso looks like he deliberately took out Surprise, I don't know if he did or not, but yeah, and Danny's in the wall, so I think we know this is going to be a restart by this point, because obviously Finn left and has just turned into a demolition derby. Alonso comes back from off the track and hits us, and then we end up sliding off into the barriers and out of the race. So yeah, unsurprisingly this was a restart. I don't really know why that was done in the first place, but we're here back on the grid now then. Away we go then for take 2, and yeah, pretty much the same start as last time for us really. Had a decent launch off the line, but yeah, I really do have no idea why that race was restarted like initially. I don't know like why Finn left to begin with, but anyway, we're on the outside now for turn 1, and yeah, I just hit the mics there, so hopefully that didn't show up, but yeah, we're side by side once again with Hamilton, and once again he's overtaken us then in those first few corners. Yeah, we sort of play it cautiously both times, and both times kind of cost us really, but yeah, rather that than have the F1 League Season 3 happen again, so yeah, there's always that. But surprised that I've gone around our outside now then, and he's side by side with Ted, so he's making up some places then after being disqualified from qualifying I think, and yeah, we're back down into 9th position in this one, which is what I was expecting to be fair. As I said, I don't really have much pace in this track, and in the wet I was expecting to have even less, so I mean, I was just happy to get some points from this one to be honest, as You see Zero Hamilton there sliding back quite a bit, coming out the S section there, and yeah, we couldn't, well, we weren't close enough to really have a look there, as he's having a look back at the inside of Ted now then, and yeah, running both off the road there. Ted has completely missed right-hander and overtaken Surprise there. I do believe he gives that back though down the pit straight, but yeah, certainly an adventurous line from him there. And yeah, we skipped to that lap 8 where nothing much had happened, but in this restart the rain did actually dry up quicker, and we did have Danny back on dries by the end of lap 8 there. But I did think that was quite early though, because the track did look quite slippery still, and we stayed out until lap 10 then to change over. Now, I was running a different setup the last time I raced here in Formula Xbox, and yeah, my tyre wear was a lot worse like on that old setup I used, and I didn't really know what the tyre wear was going to be like in this one because I didn't really do much practice with my newer setup. So I did go super soft here, even though a lot of people did go for the soft at this point. Me and CR Rosberg both went super soft, so I'm guessing he thought the same as me, maybe thinking that soft wouldn't go to the end. But yeah, a lot of people did go for the soft in this one, as we see CR Hamilton came out of the pit center and really lighting it up straight out of the pit lane. We managed to jump both him and Ted during that, so yeah, they stayed out a few laps later, and it did seem to cost them quite a bit. As on lap 14 then we have CR Hamilton up the inside into the left-hander there, and fair play to him, he did do that cleanly. I do always find it a little bit weird though when people overtake there when there's like this long straight right afterwards. But as I say, he did do that cleanly, so fair play to him for that one. And yeah, we couldn't get back at him there, but we did have a good run down the straight, so maybe that was partly why he did go for it there. As we looked to the inside, I wasn't really sure where he was, and we cut the corner big time there. So yeah, I did actually, you know, just make sure that I didn't like get a good run here, and yeah, well, obviously I didn't, but even if I did, I wouldn't have gone for the move there, because obviously it was quite an obvious corner cut that we did going into the first corner. Then we have Ted capturing back up to ascent on the soft tyres, and he's up the inside. We'll see if we can hang on running outside here then. Love the inside line for turn 2. Looks like we just actually managed to cover him off there into turn 3, so yeah, he managed to hold him off well there, but he's going to have another bite of the cherry now then, down towards turn 4. And he's up the inside, is he? I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if there's contact on his screen, but well, there certainly wasn't on mine, but I'm pretty sure there was on his, because he seemed retired after that, I think, with damage. So yeah, as I say, I'm pretty sure there's no contact on my screen, so it's a bit weird there. Then we had Surprise disconnect there, so that moves us up into 7th position. So yeah, it's not really gone too bad for us in this one then, considering we started in 7th. Then CR Hamilton crashed out the race there. I don't really know what that was all about, if he made a mistake there or not, but yeah, that moves us up then into 6th position. And yeah, we pit then on lap 26. Rosberg already went in for a second stop at this point, so obviously we'd gained the pace from him, and obviously lost it at this point when we come in. So yeah, we will be going for the ultra soft tyres then, and it did seem that the tyre wear was good enough here that the soft tyre runners could get to the end on their tyres. So yeah, we obviously went for the wrong thing there, but I don't know if it's really going to make much difference, because we do have time to still catch up to AOR Benjamin here, so it may not even make a difference for us really, well with this being quite far back anyway. But yeah, we do catch up to Benjamin then with 5 laps to go. We've got DRS then down the pit straight, and yeah, he goes defensive, but we do have much better straight line speed there, and it looks like we're going to be ahead before we get to the corner then. And yeah, we're back up then into 6th position, and we just got to see us one up then to the checkered flag. And yeah, that's what we do then. We were quite a way behind in the end, to be honest, but yeah, it wasn't a bad race overall. You know, we got to the end despite, you know, not really having much pace, and yeah, I was very happy with that result. As we come to the line then, it is 6th place for us here, so another solid points finish, and yeah, I can't really have too many complaints about that. No penalties for us, and yeah, only other person who managed that was the race winner STSF1 Alonso, so wanted him for that win then. Finally getting another victory. I don't think he has won since he had all that bad luck from like Canada onwards, so yeah, wanted him for that one then. His brother finished 2nd, Danny 3rd, and yep, Simon 4th, Rosberg in 5th. So yeah, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Next week will be Brazil, I think. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.